I was placed in foster care at 13, and I don't know how many court cases that they had, but they had many, and the only ones I started going to was on my 17th birthday. And that's because they were trying to figure out if they were going to place me back with my parents, which I did not want to go to, and I had stated that when I first got in the system, or they were going to emancipate me. They had allowed my parents in court, they allowed my caseworker, everything. I just so happened to pop up that day. They were not expecting me to be there, and because the court case was about me, they could not refuse to let me be seen. So I'm in there, they're talking about reunification with family, and as soon as they said that, I had to make sure that my voice was heard, so I cut them off and I let them know that is not what I want, and this is what I want for myself, because it's my court case and I need to be heard over everybody else. Having a voice as a youth in court is probably one of the hardest things that you can experience, other than dealing with an unruly foster parent. Your voice isn't heard, your voice is probably the last to be asked for, considering that this is your case and this is about helping and bettering you as a youth and as a future adult who you soon will be. A lot of times they ask either your biological parents, your current foster parents, or they'll ask your caseworker, and you won't hear anything about it until a couple of days later after they already were in court, and now you're upset because your voice wasn't heard, the things that you wanted to talk about were not talked about, or it was just the complete opposite of everything that you were hoping that would happen. So I feel like a lot of times, no matter what age you are, all youth and all alumni should be allowed to go to court for themselves, because they're the person that knows what they want the most. And their voice is what needs to be heard over everybody's in court, especially. So I feel like instead of trying to demonize the fact that they don't understand anything, try to explain it the best way possible during, before, or after, so that they can get a general rough image of what happened and what progress was made or what progress wasn't made, or what can be made in the upcoming court cases. I feel like when between the ages of 12 and under, for our youth that are in the system, their voice is what should be heard the most, considering that nobody listens to them at all because of their age, because they're just little, they don't understand, they don't know any better, they don't know this, and that. And that's the worst part about it, is they're always trying to speak for them first and never let their voice be heard. So how can you understand if a youth understands anything if you're not trying to understand them? So for youth that are our younger youth that are in the system, they should also be allowed to come to their court cases, even if they don't understand everything that's going on. They probably won't understand most of the things that's going on, but that's okay, because as time goes on, they'll develop that understanding. They'll learn that communication barrier between the court office and their usual dialect, so that they can depict what is right for them, what is wrong for them, what they feel like needs to be said, what shouldn't be said. And our younger youth that are in the system, their voices should be heard the most, because they are not heard at all.